Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the official start of the NFL football season. 2 games in, but the first full slate of Sunday action is less than 24 hours away. And you know what time it is. You see the burgundy and gold. Oh, it never gets old. Back again alongside my brother, one half of the Founding Fathers, co-founder of this here show, making it possible for me to do what I do, the senior producer, captain of the goofy ship, the voice of reason, but maybe my favorite nickname of his, the Commanderlorian, Crevonte. Baby.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Get your own theme song, brother. That can't get old either, right?
Man, I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. I'm be honest with you. But yeah, the NFL season is among us. Very, very exciting times, and for us to be doing previews, Ravens, Commanders, it's really back. It's really real.
Yes, the best two-man Commanders coverage you will find on YouTube. I promise you. Sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. If you're in the Baltimore area, you're trapped indoors anyway. If it's not the streets closed, it's the weather. So enjoy some great Commanders talk with my brother Crevonte. How are you feeling, man? This is a season with high expectations, dare I say. You reached the NFC Championship game last year. I don't think many of us saw that coming. This season, dare I say, is a potential trip to the Super Bowl realistically possible for the Commanders.
I mean, I guess anything is possible, but I'm not going to say that. Everybody's goal is to get to Super Bowl and win it, but realistically, I just want to consistently make the playoffs and make deep runs in the playoffs. So I'm not going to say, because it's not like a Super Bowl or bust, type of year. So it's not to that extreme, but I expect this team to make the playoffs, barring injuries, and I expect us to make some noise in the playoffs. So as long as we can continue to stack those up, because we ain't been to the NFC Championship in 30 years or so. Just continue to stack up good seasons, good postseason runs. And eventually, the Super Bowl can very well be in our sights.
Yes, I agree. Make sure you guys, if you're in the chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. If you're watching on X, come on over to YouTube as well. Shout out to everybody. Crevonte, it's crazy because how funny things change in a year, because you guys open at home, but you get the A broadcasting crew, because you get Kevin Burkhardt, you get Aaron Andrews, you get Tom Rinaldi, and one of the top 3 greatest white men of all time, the greatest quarterback in the history of professional football, Tom Brady, on the call. You get the A team, and you got 8, 9 primetime games this year where you're in the single window. I know we got a short turnaround this week with the Thursday night game. I mean, the expectations are high, to say the least.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's because of JD5. JD5 is primetime, and they are going to, the NFL does a great job of milking those ratings, man. So they're absolutely going to do that. I believe we have 7 primetime games. Like, it's a lot, and yeah, and we're gonna be playing on during the holidays, and I think, and we're going to, we're going to Spain. I believe we're going to Spain this year. So yeah. We getting all that coverage, all that JD5 coverage.
As I mentioned, I wrote this down for reference. 8 primetime games, Crevonte, 10 stand-alone windows. So that includes the primetime game. So 10 times you'll be the only game in town where everybody will be watching. So something to look forward to. Let's get to the history of this game. For the 4th time, Crevonte, in franchise history, Washington will host New York to open the season. 2-1 are you in the previous 3 matchups, and it's the first time since 2011. You guys swept the Giants last year, weeks 2 and week 9. Since 2020, you guys have won 4 out of the last 5 home openers. Most recently, week 2 last year against the Giants. First time that Washington will open a season at home against New York in back-to-back seasons since 57-58. Washington is 12-6 in franchise history in week 1 against division opponents. And since 2024, Washington has a 7-2 record at home and finished with the most home wins in a season since 1991.
Dang.
Washington is looking to win 3 straight games against New York for the first time since 1998 to 2000. Crevonte, you hear about this just home dominance and playing the Giants, being able to possibly assert your dominance against them for the first time in over 20 plus years. What makes you think about that? And I'm pulling something up to let you know how lit it's going to be tomorrow. But go ahead, do that, Crevonte.
This is a good time to start like showing dominance, because there is a significant gap between the upper echelon teams and the lower tier teams. The better teams consistently beat bad teams. That's just what it is. And in our case, the Giants aren't great. They've been in the cellar for the NFC East, so we need to continue to beat them. We need to continue this dominance. This should be a trend for us of us, beating the Giants, 2 times a year, because I think we are upper. Well, at least I'll say I have an upper echelon quarterback. It's yet to be determined if I have an upper echelon team, but I do have the quarterback, so that we could check that box. But when you're significantly better than a team, you should continuously beat teams like that, whether they're in your division or not. So, I'm hoping we can continue this trend. And since 1998 to 2000, yikes.
Yes.
Some time ago. So
this up to show you, Crevonte. Parking is sold out. I'm Crevonte. You can speak to this. I mean, better than anybody. But if you already have purchased parking, please plan to arrive early. Lots open at 9 a.m. It's safe to say the feeling is back. And we know those Giants fans, regardless of how you feel about them, they're going to be in the DMV.
They're going to be there. No, that's fact. That's a fact. They are definitely going to be there. Parking is sold out. Wow. I had got word that it is going to be a sold out crowd. So parking being sold out sounds about right. It is very, very exciting times in DC for the Commanders. So I think everybody's very, very excited, man. Everybody's excited about how the magical year ended, and they're looking for a repeat. They're looking for an encore, and we're looking for JD5 to not have a sophomore slump. So, football's back in DC. Everybody's excited, and man, it feels good, man. Definitely feels good.
Speaking of feeling good, I love to get the people hype, Crevonte. We got the Washington Commanders 2025 hype video. I'm going to play it, and we'll get into the preview, go to the injury report, and Crevonte's keys to the game. I know you guys love to hear his keys, so we'll get to that. Let's get your hype for Commanders Giants. Football is back. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. We got the video for you coming up right here on the Flex Zone. If I share my screen first, that might help. And we will get you ready for 1 p.m. kickoff. There we go.
What is the Commander? More than a word, more than a title. It's an identity, something that transcends time and place. A commander is not born. They are built. Shaped by adversity. Etched with scars.
Can't get them when you first huddle up, and you got to earn them. And you sure as hell don't want to, but you do need them to grow.
A commander may fall, but they always rise.
You truly don't know who you are until you get your ass knocked down. If I know anything about our team, they will absolutely get up swinging.
When the field is in chaos, the commander does not flinch.
Let's go!
Calm becomes their shield. Courage, their spear. A commander may shine under the light, but is polished in the dark. In the quiet and the unseen, they hold the standard.
Whatever you do, impose your will!
Every rep, every room, every day. They do not stand above their people, but beside them. A leader of warriors.
Tom Terry! Spectacular! I mean,
This is video game stuff right here.
Good stuff.
If that
good
doesn't
stuff.
get you hyped, Crevonte,
Good
I don't know
stuff.
what will.
Good stuff, man. And Dan Quinn is Dan Quinn is a hell of a leader. He is a commander. So him like instilling this culture is a big deal. So he could get those guys to run through a goddamn wall. You know what I'm saying? So I feel really good going into this week 1 matchup.
Captains. I pull out all the info. Captains for tomorrow. Crevonte Bebe, of course. Bobby Wagner, Jaden Daniels, JD5, and Jeremy Reeves. I know you like to see that.
Oh yeah, easy. I could have picked those captains. You know what I'm saying? Those are that's the guys on each side of the ball. JD5, obviously the quarterback, leader of the team. Bobby Wagner, the old wily veteran, and Jeremy Reeves, the Pro Bowl special teamer.
Crevonte, we know your favorite part of the NFL season, getting ready for game day, is when Shantae lays out your fits, your threads, to dress like the Commanders, dress like the pros, because you are a pro, my brother. We're going with the home unis, and I believe the burgundy pants back. Is that correct? The gold pants.
So.
The gold the colors. But there you go.
Yeah. There it is.
You loving that
Great
fit?
stuff.
You feeling? Well, you already halfway there. You already got the top on for tomorrow, so you good to go.
Oh man, this is great. That is absolutely great. I'm so glad they revamped the uniforms. They look so much better than they did, let's say, 5-6 years ago. So it looks like that's something that I can see a lot more fans actually wearing about. So yes, I absolutely love the threads. So that means New York must be in white.
Yes, they're going all white. Let's get to, speaking of New York and the Commanders, Crevonte, I want you to speak to the injury report because there were some questions about some people coming in, but we got some confirmation of people who will be playing. We'll pull up the list for the people as well. Noah Brown didn't practice, but I believe he's going to play. He's on track to play. Jonathan Jones didn't practice. Dorrance Armstrong, full participant. Matt Gay, full participant, and Marcus Mariota, full participant. Can you speak to the injuries heading into week 1? I believe for the Giants, Malik Neighbors on track to play. Andrew Thomas is doubtful, by the way.
Excuse me. Noah Brown suffered an injury earlier. In training camp. A lot of his work was just work, rehabbing and working to get back. So I'm glad to see him. He did not practice his last one, so he's been limited and did not practice. So he's maybe in a limited role if he does play. Matt Gay, very concerning. I'll get in my keys to the game. Very, very concerning when your place kicker is hurt. So hopefully, and I believe it's his hip, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's an illness because I know he has some issues with his hip. So if he's sick, I expect him to play. Marcus Mariota, full participant. So I am. What's that? His Achilles can't make that bigger.
Yes, Achilles. I got you.
That's because he actually hasn't been practicing crazy, and we didn't see much of him, if not at all, in the preseason matchup. So but if he's a full participant, I'm cool with it. Jonathan Jones, haven't heard much from him, so he may not he may be in the same boat as Noah Brown since he did not practice. Thankfully he is in a backup role, so hopefully that doesn't hurt too much. And Dorrance Armstrong, we need him because we don't have much of a pass rush. So I'm glad to see that his he had a full practice on Friday.
Well, Crevonte, looking at the NFC East, we know the 2 division matchups. We saw the Eagles over the Cowboys. What do you think about this Giants team? Russell Wilson is there. They draft Jackson Dart. Brian Daboll, maybe a dead coach walking, but they kept him for this year. Malik Neighbors is really, really good. I mean, the defense, we raved about the front 7, what they could be. I think this team, and we've said it, they could even finish third in this division. What do you think about this team? I mean, it's not going to be easy tomorrow. It's going to be I'm sure it's going to be a dogfight, and it's week 1.
No, yeah, week 1 is the craziest. Week 1 and week now 18 is probably the craziest weeks to try to bet on, because you don't know who's going to sit, who's going to play, and week 1 is just as crazy as it can be. If you could steal a win from somebody, it would be week 1. Because a lot of teams don't really play heavy starters in the preseason. They're only really practicing. They may have joint practices, they may not. So these are it's going to take some filling out. The first quarter may be ugly. You know what I'm saying? Just filling out, getting the juices flowing. This is a real live action game. So week 1 is definitely crazy. But the New York Giants front 7, my gosh, is concerning. Absolutely concerning. And then they just bolstered it even more by picking Abdul Carter. So I believe the bookends are going to be Abdul Carter and Brian Burns. Brian Burns is a maniac off the edge, and arguably probably the second best defensive tackle between him and Chris Jones, depending on how you feel about Dexter Lawrence. He's going to be a problem up the middle. So, it's going to be hard to contain those boys up front. Of course, we can't forget Kayvon Thibodeau, who's going to be in a rotation, which is just as scary. So, and I'll get a little bit into the keys, but we just can't sit back and let them tee off on JD5. That absolutely cannot happen. But the defense is absolutely concerning. On the offense, Malik Neighbors, my gosh, he is. I don't know. I know he was at a Pro Bowl. Did he make All Pro? I don't remember, but he is a future All Pro because he is really that good. Like he's like one of those guys. He reminds me a little bit of Terry McLaurin, where it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, he's going to produce. And of course, he knows JD5 very well from them days at LSU. He is a top tier young receiver in this league, and he's going to be a tall order. I ain't gonna hold you. Jackson Dart, I'm hoping we don't see him this game. I much rather see Russell Wilson. Russell, I can't really see over the offensive line. Wilson, I much rather go against him than Jackson Dart, because Jackson Dart has proven that, hey, he's going to start sooner rather than later. I just hope it's not tomorrow. I'll take Russell Wilson and take my chances with him. And yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. So yeah, I'm definitely concerned about the front 7, and of course Malik Neighbors on offense.
Real quick, can't forget these 2 housekeeping notes. Santana Moss will be entering the Ring of Fame tomorrow.
Awesome.
How
Awesome.
appropriate there. Real quick, Santana Moss, Crevonte, your thoughts on him going into the Ring of Fame,
man? Santana Moss, man, he's one of those guys where he always has some electricity. He always has some electricity behind him. He was coined the Cowboy Killer for his game. About 20 years. Was it about 20 years ago? Sheesh. About 20 years ago in 2005, when we were dead in the water, and we were down 13-0, and him and Mark Brunell, remember him? Mark Brunell threw 2 bombs on back-to-back drives of Santana Moss. Back-to-back drives of Santana Moss, and we won that game in crazy fashion. So yeah, he's absolutely amazing. A constant professional, does great things in the community. He's very active in the reporting of the Commanders, just like him, Fred Smoot, London Fletcher. All those guys are great alums, and I'm happy to have all of them back. And he absolutely deserves this. And I can't wait to see it, man. It's going to be absolutely great. Didn't Russ beat you last year? Who did Russ play? He played for the Steelers last year. Yeah, but
yeah.
Okay, thanks. But he didn't beat us in Denver.
Real quick, Crevonte, the end zones will have the W helmets back in them. Let me show for the people. And will be back on display tomorrow as well. How you feel about that? You like it?
Different. Okay, that's
Yes.
different. I like it. I like the swag. I like the switch up. Yeah, that's cool. That's different. But yeah, I like it. I'm here for it.
I search high and low to bring you everything I can, Commander. So let's get to what the people been waiting for. Crevonte's keys of the game. Can't wait to hear him, brother. You can go whichever way you like to go with him and let the people know the keys to a Washington Commanders win in week 1.
For sure. I guess we can start. We can start with offense. Since we got we all think and we all believe we got a guy at quarterback in JD5. So number 1, protect JD5 offensive line. That is your job, and I need you guys to do it very well. It seems as though Laramie Tunsil will be the left tackle, Brandon Coleman be the left guard. Our guy, my guy at center, Tyler Badass, you know what I'm saying? And I believe Nick Allegretti will start at right guard, and Josh Connolly Jr. will start at right tackle. The rookie. It's going that's a heavy order because that's a crazy defensive line that we're going up against. So offensive line protect JD5. But I don't know if you remember, we talked about it during our previews. Josh Connolly has some success against Abdul Carter. So if I'm hoping he rushes, the left side of the defense, which would be the right side of the offense, to see that matchup. That'll be a fun matchup to watch. And then Burns and Laramie Tunsil on the other side. That'll be a great matchup to watch. So definitely offensive line protecting JD5 is absolutely number 1. Getting rid of the ball, JD5 also getting rid of the ball. I'm looking for a lot of maybe some misdirections, screen passes. Deebo Samuel, I think he's going to get the ball a lot. We have to keep this defensive line going east and west. We can't just have them teeing off and pass rushing, pinning their ears back and rushing the passer. We need to get them running east and west as opposed to north and south. So Deebo in the screen game is going to be very, very, very important. And lastly, running the ball effectively. We got to keep these guys on their toes. You know what I'm saying? We can't get down, can't get down to long yard and distance. We got to stay out of that. And and also we'll be running back by committee. If you bring up the depth chart again,
Yes.
I believe Austin Eckler is RB1, but the guy who I'm excited about is Krosky Merritt. He is numbered. I knew he'd be RB2. I knew he'd make RB2. Mind you, he was picked in the 7th round, and he is the reason Brian Robinson is not here. He is the absolute reason, and him being RB2 is outstanding. He will provide the explosiveness that we were missing from the run game last year, because as you remember, JD5 led the team in rushing, which is not a good thing. So I'm very excited about that 1-2 punch that we have in Austin Eckler and Krosky Merritt. But you may see Jeremy McNichols every now and then, just because it's going to be running back by committee. There's no bell cows, so which is good, so everybody can stay fresh throughout the season. I believe that's all I have for offense, so we can run to the defense. Oh, and of course, no turnovers. Absolutely no turnovers. If we do not turn the ball over, this game could probably get out of hand in our favor. And of course, JD5, protect yourself, use your legs when you're supposed to. All right, going to the defensive side of the ball. We were probably the worst team in the NFL when it comes to stopping the run. Probably the worst team. We stockpiled our defensive line with a bunch of run stoppers. We got Dietrich Wise, Javon Kinlaw. We still have Deron Payne, and I believe we have Dorrance Armstrong. But we have to stop the run. There's no way, shape, or form that we can win this game, or that we can win this game if they're running the ball all over on us. Absolutely cannot happen. Our number one, stopping the run, is our first duty. Next, Malik Neighbors. I don't know who's going to draw that assignment. Maybe Lattimore, but I don't think Lattimore is going to follow this year. I think Trey Amos and Lattimore are probably going to play just their sides of the field. I don't believe either one of them is going to travel. So I think everybody will get a piece of Malik Neighbors. Got to contain him. Absolutely have to contain him because he's very, very explosive and he could break the game open. And it can end up being a long day for our secondary. We have to win the turnover battle. I talked about not turning the ball over on the offensive side of the ball. We have to win the turnover battle. We win a turnover battle. I think that is the biggest key to winning the game. If we could force 2 turnovers, this is a honorable mention. If we can force 2 turnovers, I think that'll be very positive for us in getting the win. Lastly, get off the field on third downs. Got to get off the field on third down. We don't want to give this team any extra opportunities or give them any room to breathe. And we need to if we could jump on them early by also starting quickly. If we could jump on them early, we have to stay on them. Don't give them any hope on their offensive side of the ball and our defensive side of the ball. Lastly, special teams. Matt Gay, I'm concerned. I'm concerned that you're on the injury report, first of all, because it was a hip. Now he's sick. Listen, brother, we need a kicker. I need you to make these kicks. You are going to be very crucial in all of our matchups because special teams is very important in all of the matchups because teams can win or lose in a special teams game. We already know Tress Way is probably one of the more consistent players on our team. As long as he's still able to flip the field, we'll be good. And lastly, no big plays. We cannot give up no big plays. I believe all our if the ball goes out of the back of the end zone or if they kneel it goes to the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
So we obviously have to go down and cover kicks, but no big plays on special teams because special teams can essentially flip a game, and again, teams can win or lose on special teams. So we don't want no extra unnecessary sparks from special teams unless it's on our side in the return game, which I believe Deebo Samuels and Jalen Lane will be kick returning and punt returning respectively.
Crevonte's keys to the game. Do you have a prediction or score prediction if you want to give it? And who is the one player you're looking forward to seeing? And who's your breakout player, I guess, for the Commanders? Maybe if you got a few guys we need to look out that we may not be thinking about.
That is a good question. Watch out for Jalen Lane on the offensive side of the ball. With Cliff Kingsbury's offense, guys like him can be schemed open. And again, he probably would be our punt returner. But he can get loose. He's a starting punt returner for a reason. So he can get loose. Also, Krosky Merritt, I'm excited to see his day one debut on the offense and be able to show his explosiveness. So look out for those two on the offensive side of the ball. And one last one, at least for the offensive side, right tackle. Conley Jr. will be is going to be a little light shine on him because everybody knows he's a rookie. So, day one, first game, it could get crazy for him, but I'm hoping that he's able to stand his ground and keep JD5 upright. Defense, my guy at cornerback, Trey Amos. I'm very excited about what he brings to the table. He's great in man coverage, which I am sure Joe Witt Jr. is thanking the heavens that he can actually play, because boy, we had them bums out there last year. So we had to play a lot of off man and all that, but we could play straight up man coverage. And I'm sure that's what Dan Quinn and defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. Wants to play. And so I'm excited that our secondary has some improvements this year. Also, Quan Martin. I'm hearing big things at Quan Martin at safety. He is on the list of potential breakout guys. He had a great camp. He made a lot of plays that he seems to always be in the right spots. So I got 2 guys, Trey Amos and Quan Martin on defense, and 3 guys, Jalen Lane, Krosky Merritt, and Josh Connerly on offense. And maybe Jalen Lane on offense and special teams. Maybe.
Real quick, Crevonte, I want you to speak to ownership, because I did see this and I want to touch on this real quick. 12,000 new season tickets, leading the NFL in growth. 64 corporate deals, new corporate deals, going from bottom third to the top third, and adding more seats to the stadium. Obviously, we know the Coliseum is going to be built soon in DC, the mecca of football in the Mid-Atlantic. But you hear these numbers, man, it's good to see the Commanders in the area getting behind this team.
It brings a smile, absolute smile to my face, man. Because we've been down in the dumps for the better part of Daniel Snyder's tenure as the owner. And now new ownership, new quarterback, new head coach. Everybody's being very positive. Everybody's moving in a positive direction. JD5 looks like he's a top 5 quarterback in this league. We are checking all the boxes you need to have a top-notch organization. Ownership, GM, head coach, quarterback. All those guys are pretty much A+ in my book, which means the organization is going to benefit greatly from it. And as you can see by the numbers you presented, it's looking good. There may be a waiting list for season tickets, you know, but very, very excited moving forward. And again, they talking about adding seats to FedEx Field. Man, I can't wait for the next 5 seasons, man, because I believe it was 2030. The new RFK will be rebuilt and open for business, along with all the surrounding areas. Is going to be a big deal. So this is foreshadowing what's to come in 2030. Them seeing tickets, it may be hard to come by.
Definitely hard to come by. Can't wait to see the finished product. Well, Crevonte, let's get to some real quick NFL news. We did have Quinshon Judkins from The Ohio State finally sign his deal. All rookies are now under contract. He was the last one, had some off the field instances, but I believe he was acquitted of that. So we don't know if he'll face league discipline. I guess we'll see. But Judkins is a potential game breaker. We know what he did at The Ohio State. And one last time, I know it's not draft season. I got your favorite stat. I just saw it. Hold on. I just saw it. I know we got it here somewhere. I just saw the rap score. I'm gonna find the rap, but Judkins coming back to Cleveland.
Oh man, that's great for Cleveland. We know how explosive he is in the running game, and when you have an explosive run game, it changes the dynamic of your offense completely. I hated that he had those off the field issues, so I'm hoping that's not a thing for him moving forward. Hopefully he gets his head on straight. But you know, I'm always looking after my Buckeyes, because Mr. Trevion, my gosh, he's going to be a problem for the New England Patriots. Oh man, it's great. And again, when we talked about when we were doing our draft coverage, I was cool with either one of them, you know what I'm saying, coming to DC. But I'm glad we was able to get Bill in the 7th round. So, you know, I'm cool with it, but I'm always keeping an eye on my Buckeyes.
Speaking of your Buckeyes, I didn't really get to ask you about it last week. Highly anticipated game. Number 1, number 3, reigning defending champions Ohio State dominate on defense, beat Arch Manning, send them back to Texas 14-7. and I believe they're up like 31-0 now already on Grambling.
Mm.
Ohio State, baby. How you feel about that game? And the defense seem to be carrying you so far.
Yeah. Word on the street, we may have the best secondary in the league. Well, in the country, you know. But defense is very, very dominant. Offense was a little conservative for me. I mean, I understand, you know, the game and all of what it entailed, but I thought it was a little conservative for me offensively. But Arch Manning looked pedestrian. He looked pedestrian at best. I'm gonna give our defense that credit and say he's going to look better throughout the year. But Ohio State, I did not have a doubt in my mind. I thought the Texas was ranked, but and I also thought Arch being the favorite pretty much to win the Heisman, I thought that was out of whack too. But I do think they'll be okay. They'll be okay moving forward, but I just thought we should have been the top. I think we should have been number one, but the whole time. But it's all well and good. I knew we'd win. That's all I got to say.
Julian saying already 4 touchdowns today for the freshman, so he's doing this thing.
Run it up. Did this a run up game? Did this a
Yep.
run up game after the highly sought after all summer? You know what I'm saying? Playing Texas. Now let's come down. Now let's railroad a couple teams because, yeah. But that was a great 1-0 start, and now we're got to roll on to 2-0. This is a stat game.
Yeah, real quick, looking at you guys' schedule. After Grambling, you have Ohio at Washington, Minnesota. You go to Illinois, who's number 11, and you have Penn State. Those are your toughest 2 games, and of course Michigan. But favorable schedule too this year for Ohio State.
Oh yeah, for sure. Penn State is going to be a big game. Illinois is ranked, so those
Yes.
2 matchups will be very interesting. But all eyes that Penn State game. Where is it at? It's going to be at Penn State College.
It's in the Horseshoe. It's in Ohio. So at the Horseshoe. Yes.
Good luck, Penn State, for that one. Good luck. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to those matchups, and we do have a favorable schedule. So definitely be in the playoffs.
Let's go real quick at the first 2 games. I want to get your immediate thoughts. Eagles beat the Cowboys. I had a feeling the Cowboys would cover once the spread got to 8.5. Their defense kind of in the second half came back to life and kind of contained Saquon, but Jalen Hurts, I said he's the top 10 quarterback because he just always makes the right play and just always calm, cool, collected. And the Eagles get the win, and they go to Kansas City, who lost, which we'll get into in a second. But they go to the Kansas City week 2, and they beat the Cowboys already. But how do you feel about the game on Thursday?
Thank the heavens football is back. That's what I immediately thought. But the Cowboys, first of all, the first half was crazy. The first half was absolutely crazy. They put up 41 points total. Like every time they got the ball, every time both teams got the ball, they scored. Every time somebody scored. And I was like, wow, where is the defense? Where is the defense going to kick in that? Then, guy can't forget that lightning delay, Jack, it cut all momentum, all of it, because check this out. I think the over was 48.5. They had 41 at halftime. You know, over bettors were so sick. Had to be sick because they scored 3. Both teams scored 3 points. I mean, no, 3 points between the two. And the final score was 24-20. Oh, you know, over bettors were sick, man. But both defenses, I mean, after a long-winded break, were able to step up. And yeah, I did not think the Cowboys would cover, but their offense is not pedestrian. CeeDee Lamb, very disappointed. He sold. I had him in a small parlay to score a touchdown. Very disappointed in him. He had like 4 drops. Very disappointed. And he could have won the game. Was crazy because he caught that last ball. Who knows what type of conversation we're having? But Jalen Hurts, is for sure a top 10 quarterback. He's just always cool no matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And he's still very dynamic with his legs. And I don't know what the Cowboys were doing defensively, but he did whatever he wanted to do. And of course, when you have him and Saquon in the backfield, it's like having Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Like, what do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? As a defense. But the Eagles came away with a victory. Very disappointed in Jalen Carter. Very, very disappointed in Jalen Carter. And I'm disappointed in Dak Prescott too. Because I think he antagonized him. But Jalen Carter was also an easy target. So, you know, it is what it is. But the lightning delay, you know what I'm saying, definitely had an effect on this game. But it happened pretty much how I thought it would, which was the Eagles coming away with a victory. But
and the Eagles just signed Darius Smith too. So the rich get richer.
I saw that. I said, well, God dog it.
Let's go to Brazil real quick. Chargers don't charger. They beat the Chiefs. Herbert comes up clutch. Harbaugh 6-0 at home in week 1 games as a coach. Are the Chiefs vulnerable, Crevonte? And they play the Eagles, like I said, next week.
Absolutely vulnerable, and they may get dog walk next week. Let's not be surprised. They may get dog walk next week. And it's because the Chiefs are very vulnerable right now. Rashee Rice is out for the first 6 weeks, and Xavier Worthy took a hit from Travis Kelce. Like, what was that about? My gosh, Travis Kelce ran that boy over, man. And again, Xavier Worthy, he's 155 pounds soaking wet. Like, he put that boy down. That boy's shoulder, I'm sure it's separated. I'm sure it's dislocated. I'm sure it's something. And we don't know about his health moving forward. He don't have no wide receivers. Marquise Brown out there dropping passes. I saw he caught one. I saw he caught one bomb, but I seen some. It's hard for him to get open. Travis Kelce's old, and what's the other guy? Smith Schuster.
Yes,
they wash, man. The wide receiving core is mid, and that means Patrick Mahomes is going to have to continue to make magic. It's going to be tough. And the Chiefs will already have a tall order because you got to go against the Eagles offense. So you hear it here first. Eagles may wash them. It may be a similar performance, like the Super Bowl.
Real quick, do the Giants cover? We had a question in the chat before.
I think so. I think so. 6.5 is a lot. Is a lot for a Commanders team that I'm still iffy on the defense. So yes, they could cover. I would not. 6.5. I seen as high as 7, and I think that's absurd. JD5 is the man, but I don't think they're gonna cover. I don't think they're gonna beat the Giants by more than a touchdown.
And Doughboy's eyes, not just Abdul Carter. Dexter Lawrence is back.
Oh man, the whole
Thibodeau, Brian Burns. I mean, Jesus
listen,
Christ.
we have a tall order. Our offensive line. This will be a huge first test against that defensive line. But I'm sure Cliff Kingsbury knows that, and he's gonna get these boys moving east and west as opposed to north and south.
Real quick, they got a good safety. I forgot they got Javon Holland too, Crevonte. So they got some help on the back end too. So he'll be running around back there tomorrow.
You're right. So we got to pick our poison with this team, but we have to be balanced. Number one, because again, can't let these boys pin their ears back and tee off on us. But we do got Laramie Tunsil at left tackle, so I'm cool on that side. It's Josh Connolly being a rookie, his first game that I will be keeping my eye on. We may have to he may need some chip help. He might. And Tyler Badass, good luck with Dexter Lawrence.
Anything else you're looking forward to week 1 as you're seated in front of your TV? I know you'll be putting some bets in. Any advice or anything you like? Any storylines you're looking forward to? Apparently, Micah Parsons will indeed make his debut, but he won't have a full workload. So
that game, funny you said that. I think I'm the only one that picked am I the only one to pick the Lions?
I believe so, because I picked the Packers.
Yes, I like that. I like that even more. I like the Lions even more. So I'll definitely pick them to cover, maybe sprinkle a little something on them to win. I like the Seahawks I
Same.
like the Seahawks. I think we might have split. I don't know if we was in
I think you and I picked the Seahawks. I think, but yeah,
because Christian McCaffrey.
and Brian Robinson might have a big impact if you want some, fantasy or you're looking for a late ad. He could be the bell
Brian
cow.
Robinson,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so.
That running back room is depleted. Browns, Bengals. That is a game I will keep an eye on, but that is a stay away. That game and the game under are stay away games. Dolphins, Colts, I ain't got nothing for y'all. I ain't nothing for y'all. The Bengals are going to score a lot of points, but they may give up a lot too. With that, here we go. Steelers and Jets. I'm riding with you on this one. I think, and this is just a stat that I've just seen over and over again. When Mike Tomlin, aka Omar Epps, is favored, run. When he is favored, run.
I don't think Jalen Ramsey going to be able to keep up with that Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. He might get dusted a few times.
A few times. I remember when Jamar Chase was dusting that ball when he still had legs under him. I think he's past his prime. I'm be honest with you. I think he's past his prime. It's just Justin Fields. What are we going to get? And again, that is a Steelers defense, but Mike Tomlin favorite, run away. He's the underdog king, but we're covering, but he's the favorite.
Sauce and DK. That's going to be a nice matchup to watch on the outside too. That'll be fun.
Absolutely. So Aaron Rodgers, we'll see what type time he on. On the Packers and Jaguars, stay away. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing for you. I think Cam Ward is going to have a rough time. I think this is a rough game one.
They barely talk about him, Crevonte. This is the least I've heard him talk about a number one quarterback. I think he's going to be all right, though. They may suck, but I think he'll be okay.
He's going to be okay. This is going to be a rough game one.
Denver maybe. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in the West now because I think every team got better except the Chiefs.
Yep. So the Chiefs are not. They still. It depends on what happens when they get healthy. If they could cover the ground that they are going to lose, because crazy enough, the Chiefs might go 0-2. It's a good chance that they go 0-2. I think the Eagles might stick their foot in them again. But when they get back healthy, is there enough ground? Will the Broncos and the Chargers create enough ground for the Chiefs to not walk them down? So but Chargers, it's your chance because now you got one up on the Chiefs. So let's go ahead and do it. This could be your division.
I expect a big year from your boy CJ Stroud real quick. I know a lot of people aren't talking about him. I know he had a little bit of a down year. We know D'Amico Ryan's in that defense. I know Matt Stafford's back. I know no Christian Kirk tomorrow, but he'll be back eventually. Nico Collins is there. I think CJ Stroud's going to have a big year for the Texans.
I think so too, man. They've been talking junk about him because of the sophomore slump.
Yeah.
But I think he'll bounce back as well. And again, the division is his to have. You know what I'm saying? So the Texans will go as he goes. And shout out to D'Amico Ryan because that defense is going to be quietly good.
Yeah, I agree. We got a lot of loaded games tomorrow. Crevonte and I will go through the scores tomorrow. We'll be live immediately following Commanders, Giants. Crevonte, let the people know what we do after each game here on the Flex Zone.
We have the good old post game for the Commanders. You'll get my instant reaction, mine, and as well as Byron's instant reaction to the game. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, all the above. You'll get my takeaways from the game, just similar to my keys to the game. You get the takeaways from the game, and I tell you, man, if y'all did not get an opportunity to see the post game for the Bears, go back and watch that one, man, because the hypeness of that post game was through the roof. But you do not want to miss it. Oh, and we got a question.
Yes. I was going to say, Dope Boys Eye, Bobby Wagner. How you feel about him? And Von Miller is there too. Can't forget him. He's there with the and Frankie Louvu had a really good breakout year last year as well.
So yeah, they gonna have to. I'm gonna need them to dominate the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball. I forgot to say that for a key. But Bobby Wagner, sure, yes, absolutely. I believe he has lost a step. But it's up to the guys behind him to be able to take on his role. So I'm thinking Bobby Wagner probably won't play as much. Of course he's going to start, but I don't think he's going to play as much, just so we can have him throughout the season. And also probably on obvious passing downs, he probably won't be on the field. But obviously he's lost a step. He's a little bit older, but the head, he's still there. He's still there mentally.
Real quick, how happy of a football season will it be for Miss Hayes and those Saints? Will it be happy?
It won't be. It won't be. We've talked about it, and she has two thumbs down right now because it's crazy because no quarterback, new head coach, and still in cap hell somehow, some way. So it's going to be a tough hole to dig themselves out of. But we'll see what Kellen Moore can do. He doesn't have much to work with, but it's gonna be tough. It's fading the Saints tomorrow. Whatever their total is, I have a future parlay. I have them in the under. I think at 5.5 or something like that.
Yeah, we'll see. Spencer Rattler's a starter. Real quick, Crevonte, I didn't mention it. 16 black quarterbacks as well. Record for week 1, 16 of them.
Half. That's right there at the right there at half. That's good. Finally, man. And also 100% in the NFC East.
Yeah.
All four teams have starting who has a starting black quarterback. So yeah. It's very, very, very exciting. And I hope they all do well, except for when they play us.
There you go. 16 black QBs. The league is taken over by the brothers. Love to see it. And I'm sure it'll only be more as we progress through the next couple of years. All right, Crevonte, I think that's all we got. Anything else for the good people? I know you're ready for tomorrow, 1 p.m.
Yeah, I'm ready to get the season started, man. To start this season off 1-0. And then we got to turn right around then play the Packers. And that's terrifying because Michael Parsons, hopefully he's still on a snap count. Quick thoughts of Russell Wilson. I think he's washed. I think he's washed. At some point he's going to get replaced by Jackson Dart. The only reason why he's not going to start immediately is because you like to have a veteran start the season and slowly work in your rookie quarterback. But Russell Wilson, I believe he's in the twilight of his career.
Yeah, you'll probably see Jackson Dart during that second meeting.
Yeah. I'm not looking to see Russell Wilson twice. We'll probably see him this time, and whenever we play them the second time, we'll probably see Jackson Dart.
Appreciate everybody watching. Dope Boys, I appreciate your questions. Conte, as always, appreciate you. Zeta Clemens, shout out to you. Raj, I see you in the chat. Everybody on X and on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Watching on X, come on over to YouTube. Vote on the poll. Let us know who wins tomorrow. What you're looking forward to for the 1 o'clock slate tomorrow. Will be live immediately following the Commanders and Giants. So we'll be talking about all of that stuff as well. And make sure you join, become a member, and join us. We have previews, as Crevonte mentioned, and this week is a short week, as we have a Thursday night game, so we'll be live immediately after that as well, which we will let you know as well. But it's the only place, Crevonte, give me sports and that Commanders coverage how you want it.
When you need it.
The senior producer, one half of the founding fathers, the captain of the goofy ship. Lots of goofies this week. Can't wait for Monday. And as always, the Commanderlorian. Appreciate you, brother. Happy to do it one more season yet again.
Indeed. Always a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir. We're getting out of here. Be safe out there. If you are in the Baltimore area, a lot of road closure, some weather, big events all throughout the area. Stay safe. We'll be here tomorrow. NFL Week 1, the first Sunday for the rest of 2025. Football is on every week, so we don't have to worry about no more Sundays without football till 2026. Crevonte and I will be back on Monday as well. Flagship podcast, the Flex Zone podcast, and plenty of content to get lost in throughout the week. Crevonte, appreciate you as always. We're getting out of here. Thank you again, everybody. We'll see the Commanders and Giants tomorrow, and we'll be here immediately afterwards with the Washington Commanders post-game show. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Have a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow for football coverage. Don't forget, not only do we have Commanders, we got Ravens as well. So 2 for the price of 1. Lots of fun as always. And once again, doing it with the Commanderlorian, the best 2-man Commanders coverage in the community. We gone, y'all. Thank you for watching. Peace. Enjoy football tomorrow, everybody. And enjoy today with the college sleep. Peace. Have a good day.